For postgame press conference, the Mountaineers defeated Coastal Carolina 63-62. We have C.J. Huntley, who made the game-winning tip-in, and Tyree Boykin, who added 16 points. And we will open the floor to questions.
All right, CJ, give us the play-by-play. What happened those last few seconds?
Well, players for my man Tyree right here. Players gave him a pitch back three, but they tell me to crash every time. So the time I went to a crash, and all I think about was tipping in, so and the play happened. So
Did anybody get a body on you, or were you able to get in there pretty much free?
pretty much free, yeah.
Tyree, nice offensive night for you. I think Donovan Gregory probably helped a little bit. Dropping 9 dimes on the floor is pretty strong play. I talked to Coach a little bit about it looked like the offense maybe triggered a little differently tonight. Instead of coming from the top, Donovan was kind of on the wing, maybe down towards the block. Gave you guys some different angles, maybe some different runs off screens. Talk about what kind of shifting the set around did for you.
Yeah. Getting Don like in those situations is really what's best for him and is best for us. That's where he thrives at, in that kind of 15-foot area. And obviously, I mean, look how many assists he had. He's really good at getting guys involved. So it just opens it up for not just me but everybody. Just we're able to space the floor. We got a lot of shooters, and man, it's just really effective.
CJ, one of the things you guys kind of flipped the script on tonight, Coastal's a pretty good offensive rebounding team. You guys kind of turned that on them. You've got a 14, obviously the last two being really big, but 14-6 scoring advantage on second chance points. When you guys were talking about this prior to the game, what was the discussion around really making sure that you take care of defensive rebounding against these guys?
Just hitting Mustafa every time. Every time the ball goes up, every time he gets the ball and he shoots, we're not affecting him. Make sure he doesn't get the rebound. So that's really the main focus for that. Also, our guards coming down and hitting him as well, and hitting the other big as well. So,
question for both of you. Every conference game is big. This one's really big. You start out 0-2 last weekend. Last thing you want to do in a conference that's as deep as this one is dig a hole. So, winning tonight kind of takes a little bit of, let's say, temporary heat off of you. You got a tough game coming up on Saturday. As you guys were kind of discussing this collectively, what was the mentality about, listen, let's don't let one game get too big for us, but still maintaining the understanding of that sense of urgency?
Yeah, we're a team that, we kind of stay in the middle. We don't get too high with the highs and low with the lows, per se. We just, just stay even keel. And, we had a couple games early with Southern Miss and Marshall that didn't go our way. But, I mean, like you said, we just stay in the middle, and we found a way to win tonight. Like you said, don't get too high and lows to lows. We just want to fight. Every game we want to fight. Have that competitive spirit to go out there and play the best we can and the hardest we can. So.
CJ, you were 3 for 13 before that last shot. How do you just kind of deal with that, keep your confidence, and make a play at the end of the game like you did?
Just my teammates. Just having that confidence in me to go out there and shoot the shots I usually shoot and make it every day in practice. They just have that utmost confidence in me, and so does the coaching staff as well, just telling me next shot's going in, and that just made the play that happened at the end.
It's kind of a statistical thing that most of the time on a shot like your teammates from the outside, it's going to go on the weak side for a rebound. How cognizant are you of that, and how does that affect your positioning on that play at the end?
Well, I knew the shot was going to be a long rebound, but he had been shooting the ball at a high rate in this game, so I just knew it coming from the weak side. If it missed, I was going to get it. So,
what do you feel when you've taken a shot, you're hoping it's going to be the game-winning shot, it misses, and then you see CJ coming in on the other side? What went through your mind at that particular moment?
He a lifesaver. No, I mean, look, if you see, man, he had 5 offensive rebounds today. I mean, that's what he does. That's what he's great at. So, I mean, I shot the shot with full confidence that it was going in, but even if it doesn't, I mean, we got guys like C.J. Huntley, Justin Absent that, are going to crash and get the rebound. So it gives even more confidence when I take the shot because I know we're going to get a second chance.
previous shot that you took was a huge shot to, in the game where your defender goes down and leaves you open, trying to draw a charge, and you nailed that. Just take us through that whole scenario of, and it was almost the same spot on the floor as you made the shot at the end.
I mean, originally the play was a feed the post. I didn't expect him to go down. He kind of flopped a little bit, tried to sell the offensive back. Yeah, it's common now.
He's a really good defender
yeah,
too.
and he is, and he took the chance in that, and it's a gamble really because you're not sure if you're gonna get that call, especially in a conference game on the road. So, I mean, he did that, and I just stepped up and took the shot.
Were you surprised to be that open on that shot?
Oh yeah, I didn't expect that to come. I mean, they kind of been pressing me kind of all game, so to be that open, I was surprised for a second. But I mean, I had the space to knock it down.
What does this do for you guys heading into the next few games in conference?
I feel like it just gives us more confidence, really, just to go out there and play the hardest as we can and fight every game like we want to do. So I feel like that just gives a little bit more confidence that we're one of the best teams in this league. So.
Yeah, and then that's kind of what we talked about. I mean, all it takes is one to get us rolling. We started off rough a little bit in conference, but now we got a win under our belt, so, we'll keep it rolling.
You've had a lot of these kind of games so far, an inordinate amount of these games. You've come out on top in some, you've come out short in some. What does that do as far as being in close games the rest of the way?
I mean, just our ability to, rally together in those situations. And in those moments, that's when you see, what kind of team you really have. And obviously we have a really close, tight-knit group of guys. So when we get in these scenarios, we're not scared. We're not, worried about losing it. We have full confidence that we can make it happen.
Excellent. Gentlemen, you played a really clean defensive game, very few fouls with causing 14 turnovers. Coach said they had a crazy stat, Coastal Carolina, where if they shoot less than 10 free throws, they haven't won a game.
Yeah.
You guys had to, play a really clean defensive game. How did you practice for that, and how did you execute it in the game? Like, what was the thing you focused on?
Really just playing with our hands free, really. Showing our hands, not getting too touchy. And I feel like that affected most of the calls that were called. So.
These guys covered pretty much everything else I was going to ask.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you.